If you want to make money online, then you need to find your particular corner in the market, your niche, and you also need to find something to sell. Without this, then you're going to be wasting a lot of time. You are going to be frustrated, and definitely you will not be making any money. So here is a process that I used to help my daughter find her winning service that she can provide and get paid for. And I did this in just under an hour. Let me go to the computer and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Okay, this is the final document that I gave her. She had three offers from which we picked up one offer. And I'm going to show you how I did all this. But first and foremost, let's go to the first point. The first point is that there are questions that this requires. These questions, where here we are. These are the questions that I sent to her for her to answer. And I'm going to put a link of this document in the description of this video if you want to do this. But it's really, really helpful. It has also helped me to, restart this channel. So there are 5 questions in all. So let's just take the example of the first question and I will explain to you how you're going to answer them. Okay. What did I struggle with for way longer than I should have before I finally cracked it? It could be about money, it could be about boundaries, confidence, systems that you struggled with, leaving a job, healing, consistency, and so on. That before and after gap is very, very valuable. I'll make another video of how I used this for me to restart this channel, and it's just a different perspective. This is more general, looking at your life. So the way you're going to do it is that you're going to just come here and type in bullet points. What did you struggle with? Like here, what did I struggle with for longer than I should have? For example, I struggled with finding out what my YouTube channel should be about. Did not know how to make money from it. So you just do that. You can be as detailed or as short as you can, but I've discovered that the more details you give, the better it does. This whole process does with coming up with what you should be talking about, what you should be selling. Okay. So, for example, I remember her answers were very, very, very detailed. She did it in prose, but that was okay. I just have found also that when you do bullet points like this, it is also okay. It's very helpful. So you do the same thing for question number 2, which asks, what do people come to me for that I don't consider as a big deal anymore? All right. So you also type in your answers here, and as well as all the answers. So by the time you finish, when you finish, this is what we're going to need for the next step. This is what you're going to send to me for us to do the next step. So the first thing that you need are the questions. Secondly, you also need chat GPT. The free version is okay if you just do the prompts that we're going to do. I use the chat GPT that is in Copilot, and I use the smart. Yeah, this is the one that I use. So what I did was, when she gave me her answers, let me just find those. So questions, prompts. Okay, these were her answers. So we're going to put now the prompts into the GPT. So don't worry about the details of this one. But basically, we're just going to give it the 5 questions. We'll give it some rules, and then we place it in there, make sure that it understands, and there we go. Okay, so it tells us that it has understood everything, which is fine. Then we're going to take her answers to the questions that the answers to the questions, because of sometimes I'll just copy everything in there. I think this is gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, it's a PDF, but when it's a Google Doc, then ChatGPT has problems with answering that. So let's go to that's her answers. My daughter's name, by the way, is Tamiran. So we are going to give it all the answers that it answers to the questions. And so it says, okay, perfect. I've gone through the answers in detail. They are rich with lived experience using the blend of Alan Hamilton's direct empathetic style, as well as Holmes's clear, practical punch. Okay, so it does tell us that she can do all these offers, but we're going to ignore all this. Although I will build this into this document for her to have a reference as well. That's what I did. So that is prompt number one. Prompt number two, it asked this question: based on my answers, what could I help someone else with who's a few steps behind me? And that's how this business is. You're just going to help somebody who is just a few steps behind you. And then it also says, okay, who is behind you? It explains how you helped. Explains it's helpful to read this. If you are coming along with me doing this on your computer as well, that's fine. But if you want me to do this for you, I can also do that. But I think it's better that you learn it. So burnout and self-trust recovery, money and boundary basics, and so on. These are the kind of people who she can help. So we're just gonna take that away because ChatGPT tends to be very enthusiastic with its suggestions. So we're going to go to prompt number three. Give me three simple $100 offers I could create based on that, something I can deliver in 1 hour or less. You're looking for a service which you're going to help people with within an hour and then charge $100. And there are other models though. So she can do the boundary breakthrough session, she can do the decision clarity hour or burnout recovery kickstart. These are services that people would need. And she's in her final year in college and she has seen this a lot. She has definitely experienced that as well. So we'll just take that and tell ChatGPT we're not okay. We go now to the fourth one. Which of these offers is the easiest to start with and why? Okay, so again, we go there and we let it tell us its assessment and why. Decision clarity hour in our case, low preparation, immediate value, built-in demand, confidence booster for you, for her as well. And you might, however, find that the assessment it has given does not really, you just, let's just say you have a sixth sense for it and yeah, this is the easiest, but you feel like another one is one that you can start with first. So for example, it says the decision clarity hour is the easiest for you, but you know from your experience that the boundary breakthrough session is something that it's much more easier for you. So you just say that I prefer number one. Okay, and then it will say, okay, yeah, you already do it informally and so on and so forth. So from this point on, it will work with offer number one. and not number two as it suggested earlier. Then you go to prompt number five. You want to validate this offer using YouTube videos and their comments, posts, and other comments from Reddit. Actually, Facebook should not be there because it can't access. But what you want to do is this really something that is out there? It's not just you. So it comes back because it has gone to YouTube, Reddit, and some other sources. This offer is strongly validated, YouTube, Reddit, and so on and so forth. Basically, there are creators out there who are offering a similar service. It even gives you the links. So, and the takeaway, people want not just theory but real-time coaching to help them practice boundaries in everyday situations. Exactly what your session delivers. Evidence from Reddit again. Beginners are actively seeking to help with boundaries and confidence, and they value personal guidance over generic advice. So as well, Facebook, it was able to do it, and it also tells you why your offer is going to fit the market. So there are people out there that are looking for it. There are people who are getting help, and you are coming in as one of the others that can help them. So don't get intimidated because there are other people out there who are doing this, or maybe they've got all these titles and whatnot. You are coming in with a fresh perspective because remember, you have lived this, okay? You have lived this. So nobody has lived your life, only you. So we're going to go with prompt number six. Validate if there are at least three services or products on YouTube that people are buying. Okay. And there's a reason I say YouTube. For you, it might be different. And let's see what it says. Yes, YouTube is full of services and products people are actively buying, coaching, personal development programs, and so on. And it has got even it's done a table on these ones. There's a description of the service, evidence of demand, and why it matters to you. So you really need to read into this because you need to know where you're going, the market you're entering. And this also validates your offer. It tells you the risks and considerations you should have, how you should position yourself, and so on. But this is a fast one. We want to launch a service and start getting customers as soon as we can, depending on how we're going to promote this. But you can see the power of this. All this is coming from Taminani's experiences. And then finally, we're asking it, what's a clear name and short description I can use to explain this offer to someone who does not know anything about online business? A plain human name and no internet business description, something you could say out loud to a friend without feeling weird about it. Okay, so we take that because we are connecting with people when we do business. You are connecting with people. These are lives that need help, and they're willing to pay for that help. And if you know you can help them, then yes, speak at their level. You don't want to sound technical, or if that's a word, technical or nerdy. Okay, so it sells. It's a 1 hour conversation where I help you spot the places you're saying yes and when you really should say no. And by the end, you have three clear boundaries or simple words that you can use to stand up for yourself. Okay, there'll be no jargon and so on. You can ask it. So here we are done. We're finished. But you can ask it to help you with the elevator pitch. Maybe we should do that because you are going to just say yes, please. Maybe I'm too polite. Saying please to AI. Okay, so here it is. This is what you tell other people. You can actually take it even further into distilling it to a short sentence. So, with this document, okay, with this document, then when Tammy went through it, and I was amazed that it was very, very accurate. I mean, she's studying psychology, but also with the experiences that she has had, this is something that she could do maybe over a weekend. So the next thing that she needs to do is to just work, have a framework of how she can help people, like a coaching framework, a very basic one would do, and maybe do this with a friend who come to her with some problem or something. She'll just coach her through it and so on, and that will also give her a starting point of how this whole thing works. And after that framework, then we're going to discuss how she's going to promote this service to her friends. And yeah, she's going to have a business. So this is what I've done with her, and definitely, I mean, if I can do it with a 21-year-old, this is out there. Everybody's got experiences, even if you are 50 or 40. Her brother is 16 and has gone through leukemia treatment and so on and so forth. I can do this with him and he can use that experience to encourage other teens. So the business side of it, the first point is this one. What is it you're going to sell? And is there an audience out there? All those things have been validated in this. So let me go back and talk to you about the rest. So that is how I help my daughter to find a winner service for her to sell. I'm helping her turn her experiences, the ones she lived through, into a service that she can get paid for. And in this case, with her psychology background, then yeah, I think she's off to a good start to a lucrative coaching service. And I wouldn't be any more proud than a dad. Look, I believe that if I can't do this for me or for my family, then I have no business coming out into the world through the internet and offer this thing. So if this is what you would like to do, maybe it's for your YouTube channel or maybe it's for your Instagram post and whatnot, you want to turn that into a business, then book a session with me. I'm working on a community because I realized that there will be more people and there'll be more time and definitely the expenses to be paid. So book a call with me. You get in free for 7 days in the community, and then after that, you'll be paying a monthly fee for as long as you want to stay. I'll see you on the inside. Bye.